for me. Now, if you guys are going to be playing with the Apex Legends script on your PC, here's what I want you to do. First, to make sure your controller is going to work for the automatic weapon detection, right? If you play on PC, you can either use your PlayStation 5 controller like I'm going to be doing in today's video, and or your Xbox controller to get the automatic weapon detection to work. But I just want to show you guys how you need to set that up first inside of the Zen Studios, okay? So first thing you want to do is make sure your Zen is only connected to the right-hand side right now, right? You just went ahead and added the script. So you're going to go over into your device tab, okay? Next thing you're going to have to do is go ahead, and it's going to differ if you're using the PS5 or the Xbox controller on where you plug it in, okay? If you guys are going to be using a stock PS5 or the DualSense Edge controller, all you have to do is simply wire your controller on the left-hand side of the Zen, right? So if it's facing you like this, it's going to be right here where this blue thing is, okay? You're going to wire your controller there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let me go ahead and get my PS5 controller. And let me go ahead and plug that thing in. You guys can see, there you go. Went ahead and plugged it in, right? Now you might notice there is no power whatsoever, right? You can see there's no power to the controller, and the controller doesn't show up here on the right-hand side. So it must show up in your joypad in your console section. But for right now, nothing is showing up, right? So what you have to do is plug in the cable also at the top, okay? So for right now, leave this right side cable plugged in. Now also plug it in at the top as well, another USB-C, all right? So let me go ahead and grab all my cables. Again, it's gonna look like a lot of cables for now, just so we have to make sure everything's set up correctly. So there we go, right? Now we can see it flashed the console thing for a second and then it went away, right? So what you wanna do next is where it says output protocol, make sure you have this set to PlayStation 5, okay? I don't care if you're using the Xbox controller or not. I'll show you guys that here in a second. Make sure it's set to PS5, all right? So again, once everything's plugged in like this, you can see the green light's on, but nothing's showing up on the right-hand side. So what you have to do is flip over the Zen. There's a little blue button on the back, right? Go ahead and press this thing one time so it resets the Zen, okay? Just do a quick press on this. So I'm going to go ahead and press it one time. And you can see it should close out of your Zen Studios, you can see. Or if it doesn't, go ahead and exit out and you can open it back up. And now we can see our joypad and our console is correct, okay? And now you know your PlayStation 5 controller right here will indeed work, okay? Just make sure the light is green and it shows up right here, right? You guys can see everything. There we go. Perfect. Now, what are you going to do if you're using the Xbox controller? You can have it plugged in on this side, all right? So if you're going to be using the Xbox controller, let me show you what you need to do next, okay? Again, you still want to make sure in your output protocol, if you're playing on your PC, is set to PlayStation 5, okay? That's a must. Now, if you play on your Xbox, okay, you have to go ahead and plug the controller on this side right over here, okay? The bottom left, so right over here, but at the bottom, okay? So you must plug your Xbox controller or any other controller that's not PS5 in the bottom, okay? So there you go. Here's what that should look like. Let me plug it in. You guys can see. There you go. And again, just leave both these cables in right now, because we're not in the game yet, right? So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and plug my Xbox controller in. You can see it turns on, right? The Elite Series 2. And a quick way to test, again, you want to make sure the output protocol is on PlayStation 5. Make sure your joypad and your console shows PS5 here, okay? Once it does, you can even test it if you click on Tools, hit on Device Monitor, okay? And just go ahead and hit your aim button and your shoot buttons, or all your buttons, and it should flash up here. You can see left side shows Xbox One, right side shows PlayStation. That's what you want if you want the automatic to work, okay? Now we're going to go ahead and go into the game, and I'm going to go ahead and switch over from my Xbox to my PlayStation 5 controller. Alrighty, Panda Gang, as you guys can see, I'm inside of the game, and again, I use the EA app to go ahead and launch open Apex Legends. I think that works the best. I've tried using Steam. It's kind of finicky with the controller. So once you guys are in here, all you want to do first is press X over here. And whenever I use my PS5 controller with my PC, I make sure the right side cable right here you guys can see, as well as my top cable are both plugged in, okay? So once all that is done, you guys have set it up correctly. Press X on your game, go into the firing range over here, go ahead and press X, and then go and hit ready, all right? Now you're going to go ahead and turn on the script. To go ahead and do that, just press the right side big blue button on the Zen. You guys can see each time I press, it's going to go through all the scripts I had saved. Obviously, we want the PandaApx, okay? Once you guys are on the script, first thing we have to do is make sure we set up the script correctly, all right? Now, if you guys are going to be using your Xbox controller, that's perfectly fine. To enter the menu, it's going to be the same way, more or less. With the PlayStation 5 controller, you're going to hold L2 and then go ahead and press the options button up here. Just tap it once, right? So hold L2 and then tap the options button. If you're going to be using your Xbox controller for this part, you're going to hold LT right here, okay? And then tap this 3 little lines button, okay? So hold LT, tap the 3 little lines button. That's how you enter the menu. Now, once you guys have entered the menu, it's easy to scroll through it, right? You just use up or down to scroll. First thing I want you to do, though, is go into here where it says settings. Go ahead and press X on this and make sure you enable the block vibrations just so your controller doesn't shake when you guys are actually trying to play, all right? Once that's done, go ahead and press circle. First thing you want to do is go up to controller, go ahead and press X on this, and make sure for right now when you're testing the script out, okay? Make sure all these settings that you guys see on my screen look the same for you, all right? Even if you play different in game, I want you to copy this for now, okay? You want to make sure your button layout's on default, then press right on the D-pad, stick layout also on default. Then look sensitivities, put both of these at 4 for just right now, okay? You can change these once you're done, once we're through with the testing, okay? Then crouch, toggle, whatever, trigger dead zones, put it at none for now. And then your aim response curve type here, I personally play on classic, put it on classic for now, even if you play on linear, okay? Because it does support it. But again, put it on classic. To do that, just press up or down on the D-pad, okay? Then press right on the D-pad, leave your dead zones at 4, make sure inverted's off, and then go ahead and press circle, okay? Once all that is true inside of the script, you're gonna hold the options button here. You're gonna go into settings, and we're gonna talk about the most important settings for our controller for the automatic to work, all right? And the first one's going to be, I'm gonna get rid of the Zen cam for right now. You're gonna go into, let me go over here. Let's go up to button layout. Go ahead and press X on this. Make sure for right now, you just put it on default, okay? I don't care if you play on custom and all that stuff. I'll tell you how to set that up here in a second. But for testing reasons, for right now, just put it on default, okay? Once that's true, copy exactly how you guys see everything. And the most important right here, if you want the automatic to work, guys, make sure your adaptive trigger is on, okay? If this isn't on, I don't care if you're using the PS5 or the Xbox controller, right? If this isn't on, automatic will not work, okay? So make sure that's on. Copy exactly how you guys see my whole screen here, okay? Per optics, press X on this. Copy this exactly how you guys see it on my screen, okay? Don't skip a step here, all right? Because I want to make sure it works for you just as much. I want to make sure it works for everybody, okay? So vibration, make sure it's on advanced. Literally copy everything you guys see here for right now, okay? Just copy it all. Go to advanced look settings as well. Put the custom look right now on off, all right? And again, one more time, most important ones, vibrations here on advanced and the adaptive triggers, okay? Make sure that is on. And then again, one more time, button layout right now for default, okay? Once all that is done, we're gonna give our Zen cam back. And again, the script is still on, it's just pitch black. Let's go ahead and pick up a gun, okay? We're gonna pick up the R9. I want you to walk up to this enemy and make sure you walk up to the enemy and aim and shoot at it, okay? Don't shoot at walls. Walk up to this guy, aim and shoot. And you can see the automatic weapon detection works. And indeed, we are playing on our PC, right? I can show you guys that. Let me go over to video. You guys can see full screen native. I can go 2560x. You guys can see my V sync, all that stuff, right? Now next, go walk up to a different gun, pick it up, aim and shoot it, okay? So just pick up this gun. Same thing. You're just going to walk up to this guy, aim and shoot it, right? And look, automatic works. I can switch over to our secondary. It says flatline, but look, it'll know we're using the R9, right? But make sure when you guys are testing, please shoot at the enemy bots. Never shoot at the wall, because look, with the wall, it's going to shoot down, okay? So make sure you guys are shooting at the enemy bots. And look at that, right? Automatic weapon detection works on our PC, guys, okay? So next thing that I want to talk about is if you guys use custom button layouts, right? Because I know a lot of you guys don't aim with L2 and R2, or you just have different button layouts, okay? You can set all that up and have the automatic weapon detection work, but you have to make sure, okay? This is really important. You have to make sure you never change the in-game layout, okay? Inside of the game, guys, just leave it on default, or if you use any of these already preset ones like Ninja and stuff, you guys can select those. But if you're using custom inside of the game, it must be on default, all right? So let's say you're someone that plays flipped, right? Let's say you like to aim with L1 and shoot with R1. I know a lot of people do that. How do you set that up, right? First